And that's the thing about romance. We may know how it's gonna go, but we'll still read it. Isn't fall kind of when you start spiraling? I don't feel like you spiral in the summer as much. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Rochelle, and I'm so glad you're here. So today we're gonna be doing a book haul, and I'm so excited for that, honestly. Some of these books were sent to me, some of these books I bought, but it's probably been accumulated over the past 2.5 months to 3 months, but I just haven't did a video because I just didn't feel like it, because I've been a reading slump, so anything having to do with books, it's been out of my mind. But we're gonna be going through this lovely stack of books right here, and I'm gonna try and not take up too much of your time, but if you've seen any of my videos before, you know that I like to talk, so we may dive deep into these books and talk a lot. I don't know. Looking at the stack now, basically every book except for one is a romance book. I did not know that, so maybe we should just call this a romance haul. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, because I actually have nothing to say in this intro, so we're just gonna hop in the video. The first book we're gonna be talking about is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and if you watch my reading vlogs, you know I already read this book. But I feel like since I bought it at the same time as the other books in this haul, technically this should be in the book haul. If you've seen that vlog, just pretend you didn't. Act like you didn't see me read it. Act like you don't know I rated this 5 stars. Let's just pretend, because I want to add it in the haul. Okay, so this is a romance, obviously. If you never read an Abby Jimenez book, please do. I love her writing. It's so amazing. It's always perfect. She has the right recipe for romances. But this book follows Emma and Justin, who both have a curse. So like whoever they end up dating, the next person that person dates ends up being that person's soulmate. So they're basically just like the buffer before you meet your soulmate. So they figure, hey, since you have this curse and I have this curse, why don't we date each other? So then the next person we meet, that's our soulmate. So you just basically follow that and vibe out with that. Well, oh no, it sounds like I'm giving you a review. Let me not give you a review. That is what the book is about. Do I know what's in between? Do I know how it's gonna end? Do I know if it's great or not? No. I'm just gonna tell you it was 5 stars. Maybe I shouldn't have included this haul. Okay, let's go to the next book because I don't feel like it's right to include this in the haul anymore. The next book we have is Business Casual by B.K. Borison. I've only read one book by this author, Love Life Farms. No, I've actually read 2. I read In the Weeds, but I DNF'd that one. But Love Life Farms, whoa, that was one of the greatest friends to lovers I ever read. And friends to lovers is not one of my favorite tropes, but that book was so good. I would say that I like B.K. Borison's writing, but then In the Weeds kind of dragged, so I don't know. Okay, so it says 2 opposites decide to test their chemistry with one steamy night together, but will once be enough. Just from that, I think I'm not gonna like this because, y'all, I don't like spicy romances. I don't like it. It's just too much. It's just very just like, just like every chapter. I don't want to do it. So if this one is, I don't remember Love Life Farms being spicy. I don't know. This follows Nova, who isn't looking for love, but she's attractive to Charlie, who's an investment banker. Oh, he got money. It's like opposites attract. They have chemistry with each other, but they don't actually want to be together. So what would you categorize that as? That's not forbidden love, because ain't nobody stopping them from being together. They're just choosing not to be together. Whatever you want to categorize that as, that's what this book is about. Now that I know what it's about, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm not that excited to read it. I may not read it. I may give this book away. But yeah, that's Business Casual. And I also forgot to say, I bought this book and this book was sent to me. So next we have The Art of Catching Feelings. This book was sent to me, and this is by the author of From Love. Wait, what is it called? From Love. What? From Cold World with Love. And that book, is that what it's called? But I do remember I liked that book, but that book was about 100 pages too long. This book looks shorter than that. This is 350 pages. That's a solid number. I think From Cold World with Love was like 450 pages. There was no need for all that. It could have wrapped up 100 pages sooner, but this one seems like it's going to be the appropriate length. So this book follows Daphne, who she's going through divorce. So she goes to a baseball game and gets drunk, because I guess that's what people do when they go through divorces. I don't know. But she ends up heckling one of the batters named Chris, and I guess he breaks down and cries. That's embarrassing. Imagine you heckling someone, then they just break down and cry. You might just want to sit down, just go home. So then she ends up messaging him, and she's like apologizing for like what happened, but she doesn't identify herself. So he's just thinking, oh, this is a random person. And then I guess from there they just start chatting, and okay, it says, yeah, that she acts sweet, funny, and seems to understand him in a way no one else does. So yeah, they end up falling for each other through, oh, that's so cute. They end up falling for each other through messages. I love that. I love that storyline. But then of course she's like, oh, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. I don't want to lie to him. So it's gonna be that problem. Then the cover is so pretty. Like Alicia Thompson, her covers, because From Love with Cold War is like this, it's right over there. That's why I keep looking there, but I'm too lazy to get it. But it's like the same like not cartoon, comic cover. And I really like that. Like that's so cute. So yeah, The Art of Catching Feelings. I might actually read this one soon. This is giving summer vibes because isn't baseball season in like summertime? Yeah, it's in summer. I think baseball season's right now. I don't know, I don't watch baseball. But yeah, The Art of Catching Feelings. I'm actually excited to read this one. And then we have This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. Now, I've read a few Kennedy Ryan romances, and the one thing I know about her books, they're not just regular romances. No, they're romances that are so realistic that you become attached to the characters and it puts you through the ringer. She has a thing for making the reader emotional. It's not necessary, but she likes to play with their emotions. Whoa, wait a minute. This book is only 375 pages. Why does it look so thick? I thought this was gonna be like 450. Huh. Okay, but this is the second book in the interconnected standalone series. And the first book was Before I Let Go. Like, if you haven't read that book, please read that book. It was really good. But I recommend reading it in the fall, even though it takes place over a course of months. For some reason, I just really think it's a fall book because they do celebrate Thanksgiving and then they celebrate Christmas. Just read it in fall. It's better that way. But this one, the cover's giving summer, so I don't know. Okay, so this book follows Saletta. Someone told me how to pronounce the name and I forgot. I'm sorry. If I'm saying that wrong, forgive me. But I'm gonna assume it's Saletta. So it follows Saletta, who is married, but she ends up getting divorced. So now she's a single mother and she's like a very goal-oriented person. So she like focuses on her goals, she plans everything to the detail. So now that she's divorced, she's like, you know what, whatever, I don't have time to grieve, let's move on to the next. I gotta stay focused, got things to do, I gotta take care of my daughter. So she's just basically focused on that. But then she ends up meeting, what's his name, Judah. Yeah, she ends up meeting Judah, and he's basically a brilliant single dad, and she feels like, no, I cannot be with this dude. Oh, so they're both single parents. I don't know. I don't think I've ever read a book where they're both single parents. As weird as that sounds, because I read a lot of single parent romances. I don't think I've read a book where they're both single parents. So let's see how that's gonna work. Are the kids gonna be the same age? Are they gonna be in the same grade? Are they gonna be in the same school? Like, what's going on? I don't know. How are they gonna connect? I'm excited to see it. I want them to have a family picnic. Even though I haven't even opened and like read one single page of this book, I just automatically bought it because it's Kennedy Ryan. I'm hoping there's a family picnic in there. If it has a family picnic, come on, it's 5 stars. Now that I know this book isn't over 400 pages, because reading a 400-page plus romance, you gotta be mentally prepared for that. And I was not mentally prepared for that, but I think I might read this one soon, now that I know it's only like 350 something. But yeah, This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. And then we have The Design of Us. Now listen, this cover just gives summer, so it probably needs to be read soon, and this book feels small. You know what? We should do a reading like marathon, like reading for 24 hours, because I did that once and it was absolutely terrible. I hated it so much, but I kind of want to do it again since I've been in the slump and I'm behind on my reading goal. So we may need to do that again. One impulsive lie leads to a week-long adventure of fake dating for 2 bickering coworkers in this swoony destination wedding rom-com. Destination wedding rom-com. I read The Paradise Problem about 2 months ago. It was a destination wedding rom-com with 2 people who were bickering, who they like didn't like each other, and that's what this is giving me. So I'm actually kind of excited. Wait a minute. They're work enemies, and the main character, her name is, if I'm not saying this right, I'm sorry, Banyu, and then the guy's name is Sunny. So it's like they go head to head and everything in work. Like, I think they're both trying to gun for the promotion, and he's grumpy with the Denzel voice, not the Denzel voice. Come on now. So basically, Banu goes to Hawaii with her family for a destination wedding, and she runs into Sunny, and basically his ex is there, and she's coming for him, basically saying, oh, why are you so single, this, that, and the third, basically making fun of him. So Banu, she feels like being a good person, even though that's her work nemesis. She wants to be a good person and help him out. So then she pretends to be his girlfriend, and they're there for a week on the island of Hawaii. Hawaii has multiple islands, but they're on the same island in the same resort. So obviously now they have to pretend to date because his ex is watching, and it doesn't say it on the back. Maybe it does, but I stopped reading because I don't want to know too much about it. But her family probably runs into them and says, oh, but you had a boyfriend, you didn't tell us. So yeah, they're both gonna need to pretend to be with each other. Wait, stop. I'm actually liking this pile of books. I'm excited. I was sent this one and I bought this one. I keep forgetting to tell you, like, if I was sent it or if I bought it. Next we have How to Fall Out of Love Madly. I bought this book because the plot seems so interesting, and I'm trying to branch out from my comfort zone. I feel like I say that in every single video, but y'all know I'm trying to branch out from my comfort zone. I don't like only reading the same genre because that puts me in a slump. And I don't think this one's really a romance. I think it's like something with a romance in it, but it's more just like contemporary fiction. I'm not sure, don't hold me to that. Joy has a hopelessly misguided crush on her roommate, Annie is dating a commitment phobe, and Celine is trapped by an impossible beauty standard she narrowly meets. As the three grapple with the compromises they've always made in pursuit of male approval, they begin to question the power dynamics at the heart of their most important relationships. Soon, each of them will have to decide how far she'll go to reclaim her future and ultimately herself. Yeah. So basically it's about three women in their 30s, and like even on the back it just says it's about womanhood. I love that. We talk about girlhood a lot. Let's talk about womanhood. Let's just vibe out. I don't know. It sounds so good and I'm just loving it. I'm excited. I don't know when I'm gonna read this. It's told in parts. If you have seen any of my reading vlogs or even any of my wrap-ups, you know I love books told in parts. I don't know why. It doesn't make a difference, but I love it. It's something about, does it smell like a new book? Oh, it doesn't have new book smell. I'm excited to read this. I don't know when I'm gonna read. Doesn't this kind of give like fall energy? Because isn't fall kind of when you start spiraling? I don't feel like you spiral in the summer as much. But yeah, How to Fall Out of Love Madly. Like, I think that this is gonna be one of the books that really make you think, and especially since it's talking about like how these women are changing themselves for the male gaze. Like, I feel like this is gonna be some deep, maybe not, okay, maybe it's gonna touch on deep topics in a humorous way. That's what it's giving. Not 100% sure. Never read a book by this author. I'm just vibing out. I've never even seen a review on this book. So honestly, I'm just vibing out. Whatever happens, happens. Hopefully it's a good book. And then we have Let the Games Begin. Now, I was actually sent this book like 3 months ago. It's actually an arc and it says it comes out in July. It's July. Like I said, I have not been doing anything book related. So obviously I did not film any content surrounding this book. But I think that this is actually, I believe, this is my first ever physical arc. So that's amazing. Round of applause for that. Let's be happy. Oh, it says set against a sizzling hot Greek summer filled with sunshine and, what did it say? Souvlaki? Okay, we're gonna skip that. It's a page-turning debut rom-com about two strangers at the top of their game. A lot of these books are summer themed. We may have to do a reading binge-a-thon. Not 100% sure, but we may have to do it. Okay, so this book follows Olivia, who's basically a go-getter. She is all about her future, all about her goals. I love that for you, sis. And she basically just graduated university, so now she wants to get her dream job at the Summer Games, which I'm guessing is basically like the Olympics because that's what it's giving. Oh, and the Olympics are on right now. Well, I think they're about to start. The pre-games, the qualifications is on. I don't know, I'm not a sports girly. But yeah, she wants to get her dream job at the Summer Games, but first she has to do little internships, and you know, she's just excited to meet like the athletes and stuff. And then there's Ezekiel. He is the star runner of Team Great Britain. That's why I feel like it's like the Olympics, like this teams by countries. Yeah, so he's a star runner and he's just basically looking to claim the title as fastest man in the world. So he's dedicated, he's about his goals. But then on the first day, they literally run into each other and from there romance blossoms. But then as the games get closer, like the official start of the games, like something breaks them apart. So don't know how that's gonna turn out, but it seems like a vibe and I'm gonna need to read this soon because it is summer. Now, I don't know because this is an arc and it even says uncorrected proof. So will that have like some parts in the book that ultimately ended up being taken out for the final copy? I don't know. I've never had a physical arc, but hopefully it's not anything crazy where it makes me not like the book. So hopefully I still react to the book the same way that I would if it was just like the official final copy. This has new book smell. Ooh, this is day one of the 2024 Olympics. Are the Olympics called Summer Games? Well, it does say the author is a British Zimbabwean. Do British people call the Olympics Summer Games? Do Americans call the Olympics Summer Games? I don't know. It says day one of the 2024 Olympics. It's the Olympics. Yeah, I was right. Anyways, obviously I was sent this book because it's an arc. But yeah, I am excited to read it and I need to read it soon because why not read this while the Olympics are actually going on? That's insane. Love it. And then we have Collide. I've actually seen a lot of people reading this book and then it's the other book by this author. I forgot what that one's called. But yeah, apparently people like this author. Now that worries me because whenever there is a popular romance out there, 5 times out of 10, so it's like a 50-50 chance, I'm not gonna like it because sometimes y'all overhype romances. Just putting it out there, y'all do. Is this gonna be spicy? Because it says their connection is hard enough to melt an ice rink. Please don't let it be one of those books where it's just so much. So it's about Summer, who is writing a thesis because she wants to become a sports psychologist, and she basically needs a subject to like interview and like, you know, do all that stuff. And Aiden is captain of the hockey team, and basically he's like on punishment for something because the team did something. So I guess since he's the captain, he got to take punishment. So the coach tells him, hey, you're gonna be her subject. And obviously from there they spent time together, and I feel like we know how that's gonna go. And that's the thing about romance, we may know how it's gonna go, but we'll still read it, we'll still eat it up, and that's fine by me. But yeah, Collide. The cover's cute. It says there's no skating around their feelings. I swear I can read. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's no skating around their feelings. But yeah, Collide. And then we have Where Sleeping Girls Lie. Obviously, I bought this book. I am such a fan of this author. Ace of Spades is one of my all-time favorite thrillers ever. That book actually had me scared. I don't really, like, I'm not a thriller girly, but Ace of Spades did it. So I bought this book immediately once I saw it was out. I don't know what this book is about. I just bought it. So we're gonna actually find out together, and hopefully it's a 10 out of 10. I don't know, let's see. Okay, so this book follows Sade, who is in her 3rd year of high school, and she's been homeschooled basically all this time. But now she is going to the prestigious Alfred Noble Academy boarding school. So her first night at this boarding school, her roommate Elizabeth goes missing. And obviously it's like, girl, it's your first night there and your roommate goes missing. People blame her. They're like, you had something to do with it. You're crazy. So after these rumors start going around, basically Sade like catches the attention of these popular girls in school who they call the Holy Trinity. So she's basically like trying to live in their world and understand them, because I guess it's like, I don't know. I never read Bunny, but if you read Bunny, isn't it kind of like 3 girls who are kind of, I don't want to say cults, but it's something along the lines of that. So that's what this is kind of sounding like these 3 girls, they're like doing something weird, but they're really popular, so maybe no one's saying anything. I'm just assuming. I don't know if that's actually true. So yeah, she's hanging out with them, but then also no one seems to care about Elizabeth disappearing anymore. I guess they just said whatever, it's been long enough. So Sade and Elizabeth's best friend Boz, they go out and investigate. And then another student ends up. So after that, they try to figure out what's going on, because it was like, okay, people going missing, people dying, like what's happening? Something's going on here, and it seems like no one cares. So already saying that, the way this author handled Ace of Spades, I know for a fact this is going to be done well, because I'm already trying to figure out, like, you know, they're doing something creepy, something weird is happening, because students are just disappearing and no one seems to bat an eye. I'm so excited. I'm gonna put it right next to my book, Ace of Spades, because I love, y'all, wait a minute, who reads Morse code? I just took the dust jacket off. It's Morse code. Can you see that? It's Morse code on it. This is Morse code, right? Yeah, it is. What? And let the mystery begin. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is what I'm talking about. No, I'm so excited to read this book. We have to read this one in the vlog. Like, I need you to read this with me. I can't do this alone. Oh my gosh. Am I actually about to Google what Morse code means so I can figure this out? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't, because maybe it's going to be like some type of spoiler to the end. Maybe I should figure it out at the end. Oh, this is so cool. That is so cool. I believe this book is going to be a 5-star read. And then we have Love at First Book. This book was sent to me, and not even gonna lie to you, I chose this book because of the title. Love at First Book. Imagine falling in love with someone because they recommended you a book. Now, I don't know if that's the plot of this. That's just what I'm assuming. I'm just making that up in my head. It says, when a librarian moves to a quaint Irish village. Ooh. I don't know. I love romances based in Scotland, but Ireland's kind of similar, so I'll give it a pass. Irish village where her favorite novelist lives. The last thing she expects is to fall for the author's prickly son until their story becomes one for the books. Ooh, look at that. So basically, Emily is offered a job by her favorite author to come and help her write her final book of a series. The author has been in a 10-year writer's block slump, so now that she's writing another book, this is obviously a big deal to Emily because it's her favorite author. But when she's there, she has to deal with her favorite author's son, Kieran, and he's basically, you know, grumpy, he's grouchy, he's a bookworm. So obviously throughout the days they're going to grow closer. It's a romance. And when Emily finds out the reason why her favorite author's son is so hesitant towards her, she's kind of torn between helping her favorite author finish out the series and her love for the son. Yeah, look at them. Oh, it's a little cat. I didn't even see the cat. This is the author of Summer Reading. I never read that book, but I know that book. It's like 320 pages. Nothing too heavy, and I love that for me. But yeah, that seems cute. It seems fun. But yeah, those are all the books that I have hauled over the course of 2.5 months. And as you see, a majority of them are romances. So you know what? Let me just stop lying to myself. I'm a romance reader. That's it. Because look at this. We got one thriller. But tell me what book that I should start with, because a few of these sounded really good. Like, you saw my reaction. A few of these sound really good. It sounds really interesting. I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I should start with that one. But I don't know. Let me know. And if you've read any of these books and you know that they're going to be 5 stars, please tell me, except for Just for the Summer, because I already read that one. And yeah, it was 5 stars. But yeah, if you read any of these books and they were 5 stars and you really loved it, please let me know, because then it would definitely be pushed up on my TBR. I love when you guys recommend me books. But anyways, that is all for today's video. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.